told me the other day when he was watching the game, he's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action. Now it's Allen. Out to his left. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Malone Nichols able to finally wrestle him down for what's just going to be a huge loss, and it takes us to 4th down as well.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
On 4th down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt. Hunter Renfrow deep to return for the Raiders. This is taken at the 15. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Carr. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Carr. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Looking deep for Adams. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
There is something to a game plan when trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successfully.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Back deep is Micah Hyde. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked out at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. Denzel Perryman there to bring him down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. So I remember playing in these spots, and my coach would always say, don't safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him, 15 big yards. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On play action, Allen. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other, and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen, and he's wrapped up. Taken down, back at the 25. The job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. We're scoreless after 1. Play will be a field goal try. And this one, a 41-yard attempt. The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. Well, both teams kind of feeling each other out here. Now after 3 drives, we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them, all right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals. But they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a play fake. Carr steps away. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a completion and get him going.
Shotgun now for Carr. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Carr finding his former college teammate Adams there for the Raider first.
That's good for Las Vegas. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Carr to throw again. Buying time to his left. That is caught downfield. It's Waller. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. An unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play and move on.
Carr's throw complete here to Waller. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. And that is incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
To throw for it on 4th down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bills are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Now that was one I kind of saw it coming, Charles. You had a free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting, and he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover 3, which means the free safety in the middle of the field, the 2 corners, and they divide the field in thirds. But when you have a free safety with range, like a good center fielder, he can go from side to side and make plays on the football as he did there.
If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That's good for 28 yards.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Cook. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Again, it's Cook. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Cook is in. Touchdown, Bills. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
It's Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip.
Bills 10, Raiders nothing.
Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Carr to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. On play action, it's Carr. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Carr going to go on 4th down. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Here we go. Cook up the gut, and he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Allen. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cook. Touchdown. James Cook. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Bills will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0.
Raiders, nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Set to get this drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing now is Carr. And he fires one that's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And the Bills are going to get the football back at their own 17. Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball, because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
So after the INT, it's Allen going deep for Diggs. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
But no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Throwing now is Allen. This one into the hands of Crowder downfield. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And that is no good. No good. Line to the left. And the lead will stay put at 17. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Both teams making their final adjustments before we get started once again. And for the call in the second half, let's send you back out to Allegiant Stadium and Brandon Gott.
Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, a few completions on 1st and 2nd down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off by Micah Hyde.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half. This carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 16 yards there. The Bills have a first down. That run's successful in large part because they had a lot of extra help blocking up front.
Yeah, you've got guys who can do that very, very well. In addition, they can catch the football. So sometimes when they line up with 3 tight ends, it's not necessarily to run it, and that gives you an advantage when you do decide to barrel off the line of scrimmage and block people downfield.
And he's going to go out of bounds. Gigantic loss. Kept retreating, steps out, then goes down as a sack and a big loss of yardage.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Allen going to try and throw on third down. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. And the Raiders will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed, handed the ball back to their offense, and what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Now after the INT, it's Carr. Complete to his running back, Kenyon Drake. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Here's Carr. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So now Carr and the Raiders dealt a 3rd and long after that sack. Now back to throw. And it's complete to Adams. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
That's good for Las Vegas.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there. That one into the hands of Adams downfield. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Devontae Adams, 40 yards. And the Raiders are able to cut into that deficit. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. McKenzie now from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
56.
Allen going to throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Back to throw. Allen. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Allen going to go on 4th down. And he is going to have the Bills first down. And they convert in style right there. A big play on 4th and long. They get 25 yards out of that one. And the Bills are going to have a first down. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Allen. Open man downfield is Davis. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think he continued to do so.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, 2nd down.
And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Allen now on first down. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. And he is going to lose yardage here. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
To throw again on 2nd down. Allen. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 21. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
And they are able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so, because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You're looking at the geography of the field, right? Where you are, that's in your favor as well. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding. Run the...
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. To throw, it's Allen.
And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown.
An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Bills are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. Here's Bass now for the extra point.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
The score, Bills 24, Raiders 7.
Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
And it'll be intercepted.
Picked up by Rocky Sin. And the Raiders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. throw is going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete.
What now?
Now Carr, gotta have this one. He hits Adams, complete. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game.
A three-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Darren Waller, 57 yards.
And the Raiders have got it back to a two-score game here in the fourth.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
McKenzie now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Allen to throw. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch.
Finding space at the 40. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got two more to use here in the final stages. Back to throw. Allen. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
So Allen's going to look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Going with a dime look on defense. Two extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. To throw is Allen. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown.
Reggie Gilliam, a touchdown run there from a yard out.
And the Bills are in for 6. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Running from the shotgun with Drake. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
So it's a win here for the Bills. And this one, Charles, just too much Josh Allen.
Yeah, you really have to credit the protection he got as well. He had time to throw all game long, and he took advantage. Throwing for close to 4.